All right, hello everyone, and peace of Christ to all of you. More than 200 people killed in Sri Lanka. And if you open your TV station, they spoke about it as if there is 200 chickens, they die. It did not even take long, the same as the weather news. When a criminal he attacked a mosque in New Zealand, the Prime Minister of New Zealand, the Prime Minister of England, the President, the Prime Minister of Australia, I mean the whole world is crying. And even they played for them the Adhan in the Friday in all radio stations in New Zealand. Not a single Islamic TV station is sorry for what happened in Sri Lanka. Are they going to play our Bible for the Easter in Islamic countries to show their support? They will not dare to do so. Coward and liars. Western countries, they always cover for Islam. Nobody want to go and say the problem is not the terrorist, the problem is Islam. Why we have Islamic terrorism? Because of Islam. Nobody want to say the truth. And there's many liars around us. There is a Pope who is a liar. And notice here, we are not talking about the Catholic, we are talking about this Pope. This Pope is nothing but a liar. He said, and I quote him here, it is not right to call Islam a terrorist faith. So what is right, Mr. Pope, to call Islam what? You are a liar and you work for the devil, you don't work for Jesus. What you will say for 207 Catholic Christians killed today in Sri Lanka, you will say to them, it is not right to call Islam a terrorist faith. There's a Pope was before him. He was honest man. And he said, and I quote, show me just what Muhammad brought that was in you, and there is you, and there you will find things only evil and inhuman, such as his command to spread by the sword the faith he preached. So here we showing you two Pope. One, he is saying the truth, and the other one, he is a hypocrite. And be careful, don't attack the Catholic. You see, one of the beautiful thing here today happened, even though it's a sad day, that today all of us, we are united behind the Christians who they are Catholic in Sri Lanka. When we saw our brothers and sisters being slaughtered, we did not remember what the church they go to. We remember that those are Christians. And not only we have liars between the Catholic Church leaders, we have liars between the Protestant leaders. Like this certified liar, his name is Muhammad James White. This person, he will not hesitate to defend Islam in every way he can.
A Christian who says, yes, that is Islam as a whole, is lying.
The one who say Islam is ISIS as a whole is lying. This is what this guy who is from the Protestant church he said. So we have the Pope from the Catholic Church, certified liar. We have a Christian minister very well known, Dr. James White, who is a certified satanic liar. But we have many good men say the truth. This is a Catholic priest. He said that the one who defends Islam is the betraying the truth. And he's speaking against from the Catholic Church. Catholic leaders who defend Islam are betraying the truth. Catholic priest defend the Protestant pastor for on a trial for calling Islam satanic. Imagine we live in a time where if you call Islamic satanic, you go to jail. Well, Islam is satanic and take me to jail. Those good men who speak the truth, we should stand behind them and never leave them alone. If Islam is satanic, why today and every day hundreds of people get killed? A British woman, she was killed in Nigeria. 3 others were kidnapped. Attack in Saudi Arabia. Attack in Sri Lanka. Attack in Syria. Attack in, I mean, name a place don't have an attack run by Allah business. We as a Christians, we should not tolerate saying the truth. Yes, we are peaceful. Yes, we are against hate. Yes, we are against violence, but we are against lies. So to be Christian is not by just being peaceful person, is by being truthful. If you cannot be truthful, then don't ever say you are a Christian. The title of our videos is the Antichrist. Is Islam as an Antichrist? There is no doubt that Islam is Antichrist, and the verse in the front of you. Who is the liar? Who is the liar? The liar is he who denieth that Jesus is the Christ, and he is an Antichrist, that he denied the Father and the Son. Why those filthy leaders who claim to be Christian don't go and say, well, Islam is an Antichrist and there's no question about that? You don't even dare to quote the Bible these days because you're a bunch of potatoes, politically correct people. Islam not only Antichrist, Islam anti-human, as the previous Pope he said. He said, show me one thing was a human about Muhammad. Killing, attacking, teaching hate, promising people virgins if they die for his sake. So my friend, if you look at the title of my video, it says, is Islam an Antichrist cult? So today we have 2 topics in one dish, Antichrist and cult. Now what is a cult? Can somebody help me to give me definition for a cult? What is something considered to be cult? You will notice if you study cults that all cult leaders They share the same thing. All of them. What they share? All of them, they like to have sex with their followers. All of them. Go and do your own study. You will not find not even a single one of them. He don't give himself a privilege about having sex with his followers. And this is exactly what Muhammad did. He made verses in the Quran saying, any Muslim woman, she want to give herself to the Prophet so he can if her. The Muslim says to marry her. Why a Muslim she want to give herself to the Prophet anyway? The man already have 13 wives. Why Allah need to make a verse says any woman she want to give herself? What is that for? What does have to do with God? All cult leaders, they share same interest. Money, sex, power, which means control. And Muhammad is one of them. And he is one of the most dangerous cult leaders. You do not need to be a genius to know that cult leaders, they don't serve God. They serve their pleasure. You don't have you don't have to be smart to know or educated to know that if somebody he claimed to be a prophet yet he want to sleep with your wife, obviously he is not a prophet. The wife of Muhammad, she was very young, but she is not a fool. She knew that Muhammad is a false cult leader, and this is why she said, I see that your Lord he rush into your desire, Muhammad. What desire she is talking about? Women. I feel jealous of women who offer themselves to Allah Messenger. I mean, women offering themselves to Allah Messenger. Now, imagine this, just for the sake of education. Imagine I am Muhammad, and now in my present there is many Muslim women are listening, and then I say, hey, who is the women, the good women who want to give themselves to me? I mean, isn't that fantastic and clear proof that I am not a cult leader? Women offering themselves to the Prophet for what and how and why? Women, they come in line and say, hey, I want to sleep with you because you're a prophet. So if you are a prophet, you have a privilege, and the privilege is your penis should be happy. Have you ever heard of such a stupid thing unless he is a cult leader? God in the seven galaxy, seven heaven 11, he is making a verses saying, hey Muhammad, I have a good news for you. Any Muslim woman she wanna sleep with you, she can offer herself. Okay, you do not need to do anything. She come to your door, she knock at your door, and she take off her panty. Are you happy now? Isn't this clear that Muhammad is a cult leader? I want to show you something in the Quran. I mean the Yellow Pages book. In the Yellow Pages book, Muhammad, he said, trying to copy the Bible. Follow those who ask you no wages. Who ask you what? No wages. Who is the one who's talking here? Anyone knows? Who is supposedly speaking here? Who knows? This is chapter 36, verse number 21. Who is the one who's talking here? According to Muhammad, those are the disciples of Jesus. And no wonder they are saying, follow those who ask you for no wages. Not obey, by the way. This is stupid translation. It doesn't say obey. It says, follow those who ask you no wages. Let us change the translation of this donkey. Whoever he is. I mean, we cannot find one donkey he knew what how to translate. Obey. Here we go. We change the translation, the Quran changed. Just change the Abdul. Change the Abdul. Allah changed himself. That's it. The word of Allah changed by changing the Abdul. Follow those who ask you no fee, no wages. What fee, you idiot? Supposedly now we fix it. It's okay. We got it. Okay, wages. So ask you, follow those who ask you no wages, no return. So why Muhammad asking your women to sleep with you? Why Muhammad he making verses that the fifth from every attack is for me? And not only the fifth from every attack is for me, the best of the attack. Cult leaders, all of them, they share the same thing. They love money and they love sex with your wife. In the interpretation of Al-Qurtubi, Ibn al-Arabi, he said, and one of the huge Islamic scholars, he said, one of the privilege of the Prophet that if he saw a woman, which means he like her husband must divorce her immediately so the Prophet can F her. A privilege. It's a privilege for the Prophet. I mean, don't a prophet deserve a privilege? We just showed you a verse on the Quran saying, follow those who ask you no wages. And look at the list. Muhammad, he made a special privilege for just for him. And this is only for thee. Privilege for thee. Do you see it? Privilege. A prophet, he have a privilege, and the privilege given to him by God about his penis. His holy penis, sorry. It must be a holy penis. Otherwise, why his penis should be treated differently from other penises? We have a Muslim saying, CP, don't lie. Why I'm lying? The verse in the front of you. I mean, look at the Abdul. I showed them the verse. I showed them the reference. We are reading the word. It says a privilege for you only. And he says to me, don't lie. Can you believe it? a sexual privilege for the penis of Muhammad? If you cannot see that this is nothing but a cult leader, I don't know what to do to you. A privilege, this is only a privilege. All those women, they can sleep with the prophet, and this is a privilege only for the prophet. Any believing women, she come to the prophet and she say, hey prophet, take me. And it is a privilege. Question: why Allah gave Muhammad the privilege about his penis? Any Muslim? Allah tell freedom to marry carefully, a woman choice, but you misunderstand. Look at this donkey. Sorry, I take the word donkey back, because donkeys, they might be insulted by calling you a donkey. Was Aisha married to the prophet by the freedom? She is 6 years old. Hmm? Your mother, she grabbed her from the swing and she gave it to the prophet. Are you there, Mr. Camel? Aisha, she was free to marry the prophet, a child at the age of 6, and she was playing with her dolls. Hello? And here you see other side of cult leaders. They are not only they seek benefit, sexual benefit from women, they go far, and they are child molesters. What is the interest of a man at the age of 54 with a girl at the age of 6? What he saw in her? He fell in love? Hmm? A cult leader. This is just a behavior of a cult leader. This guy, he should be busy praying to God, and he want to spread his religion, blah blah blah. But no, he want to have a sex with a child. She is 6 years old. And not only that, Muhammad, he invited all the Muslims not to marry a woman, but to have sex with the children, as we see here in the story. Muhammad, he advised his companions not to marry a woman. Go and marry a young child so you can play with her. What is the reason to have a female child? So you can sport with her. Do you see it, guys? Do you see it says play with her? Do you see the word play with her? Muhammad is not only a cult leader, he is the devil. He is asking men, adult men, in his age, in the age of 50 and 60 and even 70, not to marry women who they are widows or women who they are women. Go and marry a child. And what is the logic? So you can play with her and she play with you. This is a prophet of God? Is that the reason to marry somebody? And how we can marry a child? So we marry a child and the purpose is so we can have fun and we play with her. So the child is a sex toy by the cult leader of Allah. Do you see it? Where is the Muslim? Say to me, you liar. Just say it. I mean, it's in front of you. Do you respect a man if a man he come to your son-in-law and he says to him, why you marry this woman, which is your daughter? Go and marry a child so you can play with her. I mean, look at this filthy, devilish man. What's your business? The man is happy to marry that woman. Why you want him to leave his wife so he can get a child? And what is the wisdom? So you might play with her. And here this is telling you that Muhammad, he enjoy sexual activities with the children. What else prove to us that Muhammad is a cult leader? Additional to false prophecies, we have tons of them. Additional to scientific errors in the Quran, additional to history errors, additional to all the garbage in the Quran. What else? Well, name for me one thing about him is not making him a cult leader. Many of you, they speak to me almost for sure, those who need help, and it's for free. Have you ever heard of a prophet? He will talk to you if you pay him. Hmm? If you want to meet with the prophet in private, you have to pay Dr. Muhammad. Nothing for free. I mean, not even God. You want to speak to the prophet and you think you can do it for free? Are you an idiot? Before you meet the prophet, and supposedly the one is talking is who? Allah. It's not Muhammad who want the money. Like, come on. And by the way, the Muslim, they say to us, do you know that the prophet, when he die, he borrow he borrow money from a Jewish guy next door. When Muhammad died, he killed all the Jews and he stole all their money. I want the Muslim to show me the reference, by the way, for this fake story, so we can laugh together. Even if you insult the Prophet Muhammad, Muhammad will forgive you. You are a stupid and you are a liar. The prophet, he said, did you want to show you the reference? Even if you say the prophet is a black, kill him. The one who said the prophet is a black, kill him. Not saying him he's a liar, saying he's black. Just for saying a black, he should be killed. So you are a liar and you are a deceiver. The prophet, and who is the prophet to forgive me? Who is he? Is Allah? Is he your God? Secondly, where do you get this from? Can you show me the reference where it says that the prophet he forgave those who insulted him? Isn't it your prophet he says kill them wherever you find them? Isn't it your prophet he says fight the Christians and the Jews and kill them? Either they pay the jizya or they die. Why you lie? Is this your Quran or my Quran? Hmm? The Christians did not do anything wrong with him. He want to kill them and they did not do anything wrong with them. And you are saying to me the prophet will forgive you. You're right. A woman, she made a poetry against him and she is 83 years old. Muhammad, he split her two pieces by tying her feet between two camels. You see how much merciful he is. Muhammad, he put nails in the eyes of those who left Islam. Do you see how they, I mean, they play they are sheep, you know, like in the sheep. Well, you can change your uniform as much as you wish. The verse in the front of you. Take not Christians and Jews as a friends. So he will forgive me as what? As a friend? What about 929 where it says kill them? What about your prophet saying, if you see a Christian in the road, humiliate him, spit in his face, force him to walk in the sewage? So you want to give us an idea that your prophet was a wonderful person. Mm-hmm. You know what? I that's it. I believed you. I mean, just say to me 2 words, and that's it. We will cry with you. Is that your prophet saying this? Where is the guy who was saying the prophet of Allah will forgive me? Hmm? This is the ethic of Muhammad. Christians who did not insult him, they did not do anything just because they are Christians. He's saying to his followers, if you see a Christian or a Jew in the street, spit in his face and force him to walk in the sewage. Am I lying? Don't give him a pass. If Muhammad right now is living in New York and he control New York, you Christian, you have to walk in the sewage because Muslims only can walk in the top of the street. Am I lying? So why you lie? Why you lie and you say to us that Muhammad, he is a nice person, he forgive you, all this garbage you say to us? Hmm? Maybe you think we are a bunch of fool, right? Yeah, this hadith is weak, yeah, but it's Sahih al-Bukhari, it is Sahih Muslim. Weak what? And this is Quran, by the way. The Quran says that, not only the hadith. The Quran says وَيَدْفَعُونَ الْجِزْيَةَ عَنْ يَدٍ وَهُمْ صَاغِرُونَ. They have to pay the jizya with humiliation. This is Quran. Do we have any Muslim want to say something? Thank you, Bam. Well, you see, before you go and speak to anyone, you have to learn. You know, the funny thing is, we some of us as a Christians, we want to talk about a topic, but we do not know the topic yet. You know what I mean? So if you want to speak to somebody, he is a Muslim, about Christianity, before you speak to him, you should learn very well about his stupid cult. Otherwise, he himself, he might be able to fool you. It's like going to an area infected by Ebola, and yet you think you are immune. The immunity will happen if you have a full understanding of the devil plan, how the devil come to you. The devil, he changed his uniforms. The Lord, he says, be vigilant, be aware of false prophets who come to you in the clothes of a sheep, but they are wolves. So you have to learn about the false prophet, about them, who they are, how you can expose them before you start teaching somebody about who is the good and who is the bad. Does this text exist in Islam? I don't know what do you mean, my friend. Chapter 28, verse number 59. I don't know what you mean. What? What 28:59? What do you want? This one? This one? I don't know what you mean. Okay, what about it? I mean, where is the question? Guys, if you want to ask me something, ask me a question. I mean, does this text? I don't know what is that. What is the question? How I can answer you? Georgie is saying he will quit donating if any Abdul can prove me wrong. Well, Georgie, I think you have a problem now. You have to donate forever. You should make it the opposite way. So what the question, guys? What is the gentleman who asked me a question about this verse? I don't know. What do you want? Does Quran 28:59 end Islam? What does that mean? With my respect to you, my friend, I don't understand anything what you're. What end Islam? What does have? I don't know. Anyone understand, guys? Maybe English is not your first language. Maybe because my English is not my good. I don't know. But I cannot understand what you are saying. What does have to do with the end of Islam? I apologize. I cannot. That mean the end of jihad? No, 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 no. My friend, my friend. Uh, all what the verse is saying that Allah will not destroy people unless He send them a warner first. So He sent a warner first, and then He destroy the people. But this is very stupid. Anyone know why? Anyone knows why? If Allah will not destroy a nation unless He send them a warner, then there's many nations are not exist today no more, and they never receive a warner. They are totally demolished. Secondly, the Quran says in different verse, we never send a messenger except in his own language, to his people, which mean there's no prophet will be an Arab prophet for somebody is from India or Sri Lanka. We never send a messenger save with the language of his folk. Do you see it, guys? So if the Muslim they want to say to us that Allah He sent the warner, his name is Muhammad for all mankind, that is a total contradiction for the verse in the front of us. Why I don't show my face? Are you interested in dating men, Yunus? Do you like men or what? Why you want to see my face? What is your interest? Do you like men or something? Why anyone want to see my face? What's your business? And maybe I look bad. What's your business? I mean, people are really silly. So if I show you my face now, you will stay watching? Trust me, you will leave. You will say, oh no, I'm not going to stay here. Look at this guy, how he look like. I go in the bus, everybody leave. I go in the airplane, everybody jump from the windows. What's your business? Anyway, and this is why I'm still single. Did you ask yourself why I'm still single? Last time I asked a woman to marry me, she said, why? There's no men left? I mean, come on, why you want to hurt my feeling now? Let me get a tissue. I want to cry. Okay, we go back to the topic. So we never send a messenger save with the language of his folk. So he have to be from the folk, and he have to speak the language of the folk to his folk. Was Muhammad from Sri Lanka? Was Muhammad from India? Was Muhammad from Pakistan? Hmm? The Quran is a stupid book. And this is another sign of a cult leader who teach cult contradiction. How you say that I will never send a messenger? Never. That's it. The verse in front of you. This is not my statement. This is Muhammad speaking. CP is not a human. That's a good one. Any Muslim have an answer? It's in front of you. So this verse actually proved that Muhammad is a big fat liar, because no messenger should be sent to any nation unless he is from the nation, speak the language of the nation. So why? The Quran explained. So you might understand. So it will be clear for them. How you can have a clear understanding of Islam if the Quran is in the language it's not yours? If you say no, it's clear, it's mean Allah here is lying. Fahim is asking me, what do you think about the jinn? This is another lie. Muhammad, he copy from, from the Persian and from the Indian stories. Genie in the ball. What I think about the jinn? You have to be stupid, certified stupid, to believe there is jinn. And not only that, the Muslim, they believe that jinn, they can have sex with them. If you have my book Sex and Allah, you will see how a guy, he saw his wife bushes, and you know what I'm talking about, between her legs in fire, claiming that this is must be because she had sex with the genie, because genie is made from fire. Makes sense. I mean, fire with the bushes, she go on fire there. Hmm? Any Abdul have anything to say? Where Muhammad he got the name Iblis? Very the answer is very good. I mean, the question is very good. Just go right now in Google, type the word Iblis, and you will find that this is a proof again that Muhammad is a false prophet. Because why Allah he used a word which is a Greek word? Like you see, if the Quran written by Muhammad and he is using the language which people they use, I will say, okay, well, you know what? He don't have a name for him. But this is supposedly the God who is, the founder of the earth. Why he do not know the name of Shaitan? So he called him Iblis. Same for the Bible. What is the name of the Bible in the Quran? Anyone knows? What the Quran called the Gospel, the New Testament? Injil. All the verses in the Quran speak about a book. It's called Injil. Okay, where you got the word Injil from? You see, the Muslim, they say to you, and this is additional proof that Muhammad is a cult leader. They say to you that Isa, which is supposedly Jesus, which we do not know who's Isa, and another cult stupid talk, that Isa, which is Jesus supposedly, he was sent only to the Jews. Okay, how he sent only to the Jews, but his book is a Injil? Let me make it simple for you. I am a person who was sent to the Jews, but my book, its name is Ching Ho He Ho Wow. What? Don't ask me to repeat again, by the way, I cannot. So he is a messenger to the Jews, but his book is, the name of his book is a Greek. I mean, who's stupid here? Any Abdul? Yeah, I told you what happened to me in Air China. Actually, I like to go in Air China always. You know, I asked the girl for a water. She went and she came back after 15 minutes and she had a beer. And I said, water, water. She did not answer. I got the beer. And the beer is so huge, big. It really tastes so good, by the way. I think it's halal, I think. Then I asked her again for water. I'm thirsty. I want to drink water. I don't want beer. She brought me a beer again. I mean, if you are a person who like to drink, go in Air China. You ask for water, they give you beer. Hmm. Be nice, guys, with your text, please. And feel sorry for the Muslims. Don't be harsh on them. You are not allowed to drink alcohol. So why your prophet, he was teaching you how to make alcohol? And why the Quran says that alcohol is a miracle of Allah? You don't like to drink the miracle of Allah? Many Muslims, by the way, do not know that Muhammad, he claimed that the uh, uh, when you get drunk, it's a miracle from Allah. Do you believe it? Here we go. Chapter 16, verse number 67. Hmm? This is a sign from Allah. Did I lie? Here we go. It's in front of you. In this, indeed, this is a sign for people who have wisdom. Brother and sister, I'm now enjoying the sign of Allah. I drank a lot of beer, camel urine. Are you there, Fahim? Hmm? Thank you, John. Thank you, all those who support. I really appreciate you. God bless. Are you there, Fahim? Why Allah claiming that making you drunk is a sign from Allah and only those who have wisdom they understand it? Any Abdul in the bushes? And by the way, I don't really drink. I mean, I have a bottle of wine, and I don't know now. It's already almost 2 years I have it here. I think it's still I have maybe 30% of it. You believe it? Almost 2 years. This is how much I drink. Any Muslim have any comment? Getting drunk is a sign from Allah. Muhammad claiming that getting drunk is a miracle of Allah. Hmm. Okay. And you people, you say Muhammad have no miracles? Are you using it as a souvenir? Actually, it was a gift. I have a neighbor who came from abroad. He brought me. No, actually, not this one. I have another one. It's still open, but it's not wine. I don't know what the name. Hold on, let me read the name. Because I'm so expert with alcohol, I have no idea what. You see, when I go, if I want to buy a beer, do you know what the only name I know? A Heineken. Because this is the only name I know. I don't know. Like they said, what do you like to drink? You know, Heineken. I learned it long time ago, and that's it. I'm stuck with it. This is how expert. I am not expert in drinking. The same, I am expert in Quran. Hold on, let me see what the name of this thing. I don't know where I have it. Hmm. You know what? I think I gave it out. I don't know the name. I think I gave it out. I cannot find it. But it have like a yellow color. I don't know what it is inside. I don't know. He told me it's nice, whatever. But no, this is not a beer. It's not a beer. It's not a beer. No. Anyway, so any Muslim is there a hadith that talk about miracle? Well, there is many stupid statements, stories they come with, but nobody can come to us with any authentic source of even their lies. As an example, Muhammad, uh, uh, he made the lizard convert to Islam. Did you hear this story? A Bedouin man, he came and he have a big lizard, the lizard of the desert. They call them not lizard, actually they call them dub. So the dub is like maybe 30 to 40 centimeter long, can go. Is not harmful, and the Arab, they used to kill it and eat it. So the Bedouin man, he came and he have a dead lizard in his hand, or let us say in the back of his donkey or horse. So Muhammad, he said to him, why you don't convert to Islam? The Bedouin man, he says, if my my lizard, my desert lizard, convert to Islam, I will. So Muhammad, he said to him, bring me the lizard. And then Muhammad, he said to the lizard, who I am. The lizard, he says, the messenger of Allah. He said, and who is God? He said, Allah, and he looked up, the lizard. And then he says, and what you believe? He said, I bear witness that there is no prophet but you, and Allah is God. The lizard converted to Islam, he took Shahada. No comment. Why I don't use my Skype? What the point? You want to, if we have a Muslim who debate me, we can use a Paltalk. We use Paltalk. We use Paltalk for many, many years. Skype became a very, a bad choice. I have new ads every day by thousands. Well, you will not find this in any English book. This is all Arabic, and Muslim will not translate those things. But maybe if you search on Google, let me see. Maybe we can find a Muslim article translating the story. Here we go. Okay. Who is the one who asked me for the story? Hmm. But those are just like, fabricated stories by the Abdul, and even the Abduls themselves, most of them, they don't really take them seriously. But anyway, this is a translation of the story. I think it's by Abdul or something like that. All right. The day the dead lizard Dub spoke to Prophet Muhammad. One day, a Bedouin Arab, after hunting a dub, which is a, as you see, actually the dub look a little bit different from what he saw on the screen, was in his way back home to his village when he passed the Prophet, who was gathered with his companion. The Bedouin approached him and asked in this approving manner, "Who are you all gathered around? The man that claims himself to be a prophet?" He came closer to the Prophet and said to him, "You Muhammad, no woman has ever given birth to a bigger liar than you. If it was not that my people would call me what hasty, I would have killed you immediately, and pleased everyone that who object you." The Prophet and the companion Omar, let us go to the story here. Okay. The Bedouin came closer and drew from his sleeve, or his sleeve. Sleeve is like, it's not his sleeve of his arm, no, like where he put you store stuff in your donkey or your horse, and a lizard he had hunted earlier with a totally battling manner, which means the lizard is totally dead. The Prophet swore upon his man-made idols that he would not believe in this prophet until the lizard believe first. The one who asked me the question, are you there? The one who asked me about the story. Anyway, then the lizard, he spoke to the prophet, as you see here. Muhammad, he said to the lizard, when he spoke to him, immediately the lizard emerged from the dead. That's it. He came alive by the will of Allah, the Exalted, and spoke in articulate manner, brother, understood by all Arabs. So this lizard, he starts speaking Arabic. Not only he speak, I mean, it's not only the prophet he speak, and to the lizard like in their own language. No. He speak Arabic. All right. He replied to the prophet, "Here I am at your service, sir." The lizard says to Muhammad. "For your pleasure, sir," the lizard saying to Muhammad. The prophet of God of all creation. Muhammad is a prophet for the lizard too. Not only prophet for a human, he is a prophet for the lizard. The prophet asked the lizard, the meaning of which is, "Who do you worship?" The lizard replied, and remember, this is the Muslim translation, not my story, "The one that owns the throne above paradise, and the earth among his dominion, and in his seas follow his stream, and in paradise is his mercy, and in hell is his torture." Here we go. This lizard is a very educated lizard. He knew everything about the Quran. He did not take a lesson. He did not go to the mosque, but he is a Muslim already. He knew. Not only that, he give interpretation now. He's like Al-Qurtubi, Al-Jalalain. He's Ibn Kathir. You never know. Maybe this guy is the son of Ibn Kathir. And then the prophet then asked the lizard, the meaning of which is who I am. Who am I? Muhammad asking the lizard who I am. I mean, this is a good question. The lizard, brother, he said without hesitation, look at this, not only like he did not think, oh, let me call a friend. No, 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 no. The lizard, he answered, the dove lizard answer without hesitation. You are the messenger of God, messenger of Allah, supposedly, of all creation, and the last of all prophet. So this lizard, he knew everything, man. We should have this lizard in the Deen show. But now, if we search for the reference for these stories, we will find that all of them, they are stupid and they are not exist. This is all in interpretation. We cannot find reading. If anybody can find me, if a Muslim listening, he can find me an authentic source for this story, let me know, please. You know, I remember once I saw a lizard. I look at him, he look at me. I look at him, he look at me again. And then I look at him, and then he look at me again. But you know, here, guys, you remember that Muhammad, he says that the lizard is the enemy of Allah. I mean, how this lizard is a Muslim? Isn't it Muhammad who says the one who killed the lizard, from the first shot, Allah will give him extra reward? Stupidity. How he says that lizard is the enemy of Allah because he tried to burn Abraham. And here the lizard is a Muslim. Arabian Prophet, there is a hadith in your book about not marrying and breeding with the black people because it damaged the race. Is it Shia or Sunni? Well, this is considered by both actually, because you see most of the hadith is collected about Ali is collected by the Shia, but this one, as I believe, it is accurate by both. All right. And for sure, this is nothing but racism. The Arab, and you know, we have to be honest. You know, the Arab people. I am an Arab, and you know, most majority of us are very racist, extremely racist, and they are so proud. But about what, I have no idea. This is why I don't really associate with Arab people. Even Arab Christian, I don't like to go out with them. Like you see a guy living in America, he have 5, 10 gas stations. He driving the most expensive car, and then he starts saying, "America, brother, America, bad country." And I cannot take it no more. I said, you know, listen, you all of you are a bunch of idiots. They are sitting at the table and they are telling me about the bad America. So why you are here? Take your passport and leave. I mean, America is stupid. America is bad. Americans are not good. So why you are here? I mean, you are a big fat hypocrite. You don't like America. Take your passport. Go right now. You know, I will drive. I will drop you in the airport. You know what I mean? I cannot take it no more. That's why I don't associate with anyone. Hypocrites. You don't like America, and you die to come to America. You know what I mean? Take them now and kick them out of America. They will cry, please, please, get us back. Give them their passport, make them American. They start bad mouth America. Anyway, we gave you a story about the lizard for the one who asked about it. If you don't love America, if you don't love any country you live in, I mean, who is forcing you to stay? You are an immigrant, and you come to a country, and yet you badmouth the country who gave you citizenship. They respected you. They give you a life. I mean, this is a big fat hypocrisy. Go to your paradise. Go where you came from. Leave this country for the country of those country of those the people of the country. And by the way, you as a Christian, when you go and live in a country, you have a duty to love the country, because you have a duty to love people who they are around you. How you cannot love? It's a gift from God. God, he gave you a home. God, he gave you a shelter. How you can badmouth those who gave you a shelter? Now, do we have any Muslim he have anything to say about Allah Prophet saying that getting drunk is a sign from Allah? Because I like to witness this sign every day in the Middle East now. What about the 12 Imam? It's a big fat lie. There's nothing is called 12 Imam. You see, the Islamic cult is mixed of with a lot of other mythology. 12 apostle of Jesus suddenly became a 12 Imam in Islam. Did you notice? And just trying to copy. Jesus have a 12 apostle. Muhammad should have a 12 Imam. I mean, as simple as that. Do you understand what I'm saying? Isn't it obvious? Muhammad is trying to copy Jesus. You see, the problem is, since I was in school, I read the same page, but none of the students who they are with me, they see what I see in the page I'm reading. It's the same book, the guy next to me and the guy next to him. Nobody see what I see. And I believe the reason for that, because we learn how to read, but we did not learn how to analyze and to think deeply. So we read, we hear information, and we take it, and okay, but ask yourself, I mean, what 12 Imam? Why Muhammad need 12 Imam? If he's the last prophet anyway, who need the Imam anyway? And what those Imam will do? Imam Mahdi is another fat lie. You see, the Muslims, they needed to replace Jesus. They don't have Jesus in Islam, so they have to come with a new Jesus. Muhammad, they don't fit. He's an idiot. So they come with an idea. There's a guy, his name is going to be Al-Mahdi. Al-Mahdi, it's mean the guidance. If this guy is the guidance or the guide, so who is Muhammad then? I mean, this is stupid. And then they come with other agenda, or let us say another fabricated story, that Al-Mahdi, because he is very special for Allah, his mother, she did not give birth to him from her vagina. She gave birth to him from the side of her thigh. There's no way Al-Mahdi will be born of a vagina. Are you kidding me? So it is fiction stories, and fiction stories will make religions. Yeah, she did not give birth to him from her vagina because he's Al Mahdi. Are you kidding me? They will kill you if you say she is born from a vagina. Hello? And then they say to you that Al Mahdi disappear. He took the Quran with him and he gone. And the real Quran will come when the Mahdi come back. All what happened, that this guy who claimed to be Al Mahdi, he is supposed to descendant from Ali, he was killed by the Caliphate. The Caliphate took him, make him shish kebab as the embassy of Saudi Arabia, and nobody saw him after that. Then they spread the news that Al Mahdi is gone. God took him. And until now, the Abdul are waiting. Anything else? No, both and both Sunni and Shia, they believe in Al-Mahdi, but every one of them have different story. You see, it's like you have one religion, but it have two Mickey Mouse. Mickey Mouse of the Shia, he speak differently from Mickey Mouse of the Sunni, but both they have Mickey Mouse. Anything else? So if there is any Muslim here want to prove me wrong that Allah and Islam is nothing but a cult? It's a fabricated cult. What kind of religion says that being drunk is a sign from Allah? Thank you, Marijana. Happy Easter. I'm saying your name correctly? You guys, why you make your name difficult for me to read? I am illiterate, and then you give me a name it's hard to read. By the way, as long I'm illiterate, I'm thinking to claim to be a prophet. I think will be very profitable. What do you think? Mariana? Mariana. Okay, I thought it's a Mary. Okay, sorry. Mariana. A nice name. It's coming from Mary, right? Is it true that the some of the Sahaba killed their own family members because of Muhammad? Well, the Quran says in chapter 9, verse 23, take not your father and your brother as a friend, which mean what? Which mean you kill them. They are your enemies. Marija or marijuana? Marijuana? The name? I thought it's Mariana. You know, this guy Bernie Sanders, he want to legalize marijuana to be. I mean, he want every citizen to have. I mean, this guy he's fighting for us. I mean, you see, I mean, those liberals are really weird. Stop war in drugs, and he's speaking to his followers like, stop war in drugs and legalize marijuana, so everybody have to sleep to smoke. So you will go in the highway, and this is what Bernie Sanders he want. You go in the highway, everybody is high, hi. Oh boy, stupid, stupid Bernie Sanders. I mean, where those guys coming from? Don't we have enough donkeys in this world? Uh, why Muhammad like Toop a killer? I don't know. What do you mean? What Toop a killer? Sorry, I did not understand. Do we have any Abdul? Yesterday it was a marijuana day in Canada. Are you serious? Unbelievable. I mean, what is the future for our children's with the stupidity of the left? Happy Easter, my friend in Indonesia. You know, I never smoke a cigarette all my life, and I will never do. All my life. Was it the Muslims from Sri Lanka? Well, according to the announcement, there is a group. It's called Al Jamaa Al Islamiyya, something like that, like the Islamic group. They are the one who is behind this. Isn't it obvious? I mean, those are suicide bomber. It's going to be who? Uh, There's 12 Imam before the Prophet Muhammad. How they can be before him? What does that mean? No, supposedly there's a 12 Imam. Imam is a leader, supposedly. Uh, they will be after him, and they will be from his bloodline, according to the Shia. Anything? Any Muslim have a question for us? Can you talk about Muhammad killing innocent people? Will you go and open the news? He just did today, 207 people. One of those terrorists, he go in the buffet, two buffet. Imagine buffet. You cannot even go for a buffet these days. You go to a buffet, you might die. They go in the buffet and they line and they have a dish in his hand. And when the buffet gets so busy, he explode himself. And supposedly now Allah is happy. Allah is very happy. It's a blood day. He's thirsty. Dracula. And then you go in the West and they are covering up for Islam. Go and ask any, or go open your news. Who is the one talking about Islamic terrorist attack in Sri Lanka? Nobody. Man, it's gone. That's it. They forget about them. You know, there's many reason to forget about those poor Christians in Sri Lanka. Happy Easter. Yes, thank you. They are from Sri Lanka, which is a poor country. They are people of color, and they are Christians. So who's going to remember them? 3 in 1. Poor, dark skin, and Christian. And then you want the world to remember you? They will talk about you for 2 seconds. Trust me, the CNN mentioned the news, the weather news more than they spoke about Sri Lanka. That's it. It's gone. When a criminal he attack a mosque in New Zealand, the whole world is talking about it for 2 weeks. Never stop. Go to your news. See how much they are talking about it. They might talk about it now more because there is some Western are killed in the hotel. There are Westerns now, and this is more interesting for the media. Some Western are there is some rich people get killed, but the poor Sri Lankan, who care for them, right? Consider that you are Arab. Can you clarify that the word Allah and God mean the same? No. Anyone who says to you that the word Allah and the word God is the same, I say to you, and you can take it from me to him, you are a certified donkey. When the Muslim they take Shahada, what they say? Do they say there is no Allah but Allah? Have you ever seen a Muslim saying there is no Allah but Allah? If Allah is a word meaning God, then they should say there is no Allah but Allah, correct? I mean, very simple, and you don't need to be genius. But they don't say that. They say there is no God but Allah. So Allah is not just it's not a word meaning God. It's a name for the God which they worship. Right? But anyway, I saw many donkeys, and yet they claim to be Christians. They are teaching false teaching. When my Quran translation will be ready, when I stop making live broadcast. Because I'm not really doing good. You know, this is taking a lot of time from me. And by the way, once a Christian, he sent me a long email. He says, Christian Prince, I really like what you do, but why you keep saying like the word donkey? Stupid. and like he's been nice, but he is giving me advice that this is not really too much Christian. Guys, what Jesus said to the hypocrite Jews, anyone remember? You're the son of what? Anyone remember? I will let you remember. Vipers. So I mean, some Christians sometime, I don't know that I have a problem with them. I mean, Jesus himself, he did not say stupid. He said something more far from that. The sons of vipers. I did not say to anyone that. I just say stupid. The Bible says, don't call your brother, the one who called someone a foolish. But the Bible call people foolish too if they do foolish stuff. So if you call somebody a name he don't have, or let us say, if you give him an description, that will be a name unless it is a true. So if I say to you a liar, I'm not going to give you a name. You know what I mean? If I say to somebody, when you don't worship Jesus, you are being a fool. This is what the whole Bible teaching, that the foolish man, he knew where to go. He go after the devil. The wise man, the whole Bible is speaking about who? About the foolish man and the wise man. So when the Bible says don't call somebody foolish or stupid, talking about somebody, he's not being stupid. Because stupidity here is about following the wrong Lord. Do you understand me? And what I can do, I mean, this is who I am. You don't like to listen to me, sorry. This is how I talk. Once I was what's Cindy saying? Too many texts, sorry guys. May I please ask you for your review on Ilhan Omar remarks? I don't know. I don't want to go for this stories. You American, you vote for them and then you complain about them. Enjoy it. You know what I mean? I mean, if you did not put it here, there, I'm not saying you. I'm saying the American who voted for this. Okay, this is what you get. Thank you very much. I mean, we put them in office and then we complain why they are there. Good luck. No comments. Now, once I was doing a seminar, and the priest or the minister in the church, he want to introduce me, but he is worrying about the way I talk. So he starts saying, today we have a brother who speak differently. He don't speak like us. I mean, the guy, he keep going. He's preparing them for the disaster it's coming, and he was worried that those people will not like it. I supposed to speak for like half hour, 45 minutes. Guys, my airplane come and nobody want to leave. They close the door. They will not go. I told them the airplane is waiting for them. I have to go. I will lose my airplane. He will not go. But the minister was worried because he's preparing them. This brother, he's like, he is like, I was looking at him and I say, oh God, what this guy's doing? He want to tell them that he is not going to speak like us, and this is true. I don't speak like them. We stayed all the time, and people, they're dying laughing, enjoying their time, and the doors cannot even be closed because people, they are all the way. I mean, the walkway. It was actually, it was a stadium. It's not like a church. It's a Um, it's like a basketball stadium. They convert it into a church on Sunday, so it's really big. So the chairs in the ground, the playground is full, the stadium is full, and then the doors they cannot close it no more. But in the beginning, he was worried. Our pastor tried getting back today from our church trip to Haiti. Missed boarding by 1 minute. Got stuck in ATL. I don't know what ATL mean. What ATL mean? Um, no, my friend. Fahim saying you are not following the command of a prophet Jesus. By the way, the only prophet is exist in this world is God. Other names are just delivering a message of the true prophet, which is God. A man is not a prophet. And to make it simple for you, like we believe Musa is a prophet, right? Yes, he is. But he is a prophet prophesying for God. The true prophet is, the real prophet is God, who tell us about the prophecies. The man is just deliver the message. But we call him a prophet. Secondly, if I don't love you, Fahim, as God order me, I will not be talking to you right now. Look, after all what you Muslims did to us, Christians being slaughtered, churches are burned, our countries are demolished, millions of Christians are killed. I'm talking to you. I'm not saying, hey, Allahu Akbar, I want to attack you. Actually, every day I say to the Christians, please don't fall into a hate trap and love the Muslims. Now the question is, Fahim, are you following the prophet who says do jihad against me? You are not. Look like you are not convinced. Allahu Akbar mean, okay, there is many theories about Allahu Akbar. Let us try to explain Allahu Akbar. Now, some false, ignorant people, they might say to you, as usual, different explanation. I'm trying to find a space to write in it. Space. Okay, hold on. We were right here. In Arabic, the word Akbar has many meaning. So when a Muslim he says Allah, you notice he pronounced something. He say Hu Akbar, correct? Hu Akbar. But when they say it, but they don't write it. Hu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. Wa in Arabic mean and. Mean what? And. Now we have a better idea about Allah and Akbar. There are two. It's not about one. Akbar, most likely, according to the Arab mythology, he was highly possible he is the sun god. And Muhammad, he came to bring Tawheed, as the Muslims they say to us. Tawheed mean what? Unification. Type in Arabic, it comes in English. Oh, not switching. Tawheed. Tawheed mean unification. So why Muhammad need to unify God if he believe in one God? You know what I mean? If you ask a Muslim what Tawheed mean, he says to you the oneness of God. That's a lie. Tawheed does not mean the oneness of God. Tawheed mean unification. The same as you say United States of America. The Muslim, they just copy paste. Muhammad, he said Allahu Akbar. Muslim, they say Allahu Akbar. Muhammad, he said to them Allahu Akbar. Say Allahu Akbar when you attack the enemy, because that will install terror in their heart. So Allahu Akbar became a sign of a terrorism. So when you hear somebody scream Allahu Akbar, you will be scared, because simply it's a terrorist, obviously. So they try to intimidate you by Allahu Akbar. However, ISIS were screaming Allahu Akbar day and night in Syria, and they've been humiliated. And Allah Akbar, neither Allah Asghar, the small, did not help them. All right. You should react to merciful servant video of Jesus is not good in the Bible. I don't know what does that mean. Most of the war were defensive. What war? What war was defensive? Guys, if you want to make a question for me, make a statement so I can understand. I mean, put a name there, make it full comment. Otherwise, I have like read 2 words from you and then I have to follow. Anyway, so we go back to Allahu Akbar. So obviously there is a book, but I cannot get my hand on it, where it says that Akbar was one of the idols exist in Mecca, and he was a huge. Akbar in Arabic mean big or bigger. So what Muhammad he did, there's people who worship Allah and there's people who worship Akbar. So let us make Allah Akbar one God, unify gods, as simple as that. What is the name of the book you're saying? This is in the books, the interpretation books. Actually, I'm trying to find the reference. Anyway, some people, they might say to you that Allah Akbar mean God is a great. That is a lie. And let us show some proofs. Did I say to you that Akbar is most likely the sun god? Did I say that? I said that, right? Okay. How we can prove that? I mean, if somebody asks you to prove it, how you can prove it? We'll go to the Quran. In the Quran, supposedly there is a story about Abraham. When Abraham he saw the sun, he said, Hada Rabbi, Hada Akbar. Do you see the word Akbar? Thank you, Eva. Happy Easter. Guys, do you see the word Akbar? This is Akbar. I just said to you that Akbar obviously is the sun god. Abraham, according to the Quran, he worshipped the moon, the stars, and the sun. So when he saw the sun, he said, This is my God, this is Akbar. And this is the Muslim translation. When he saw the sun rising, he said, "This is my Lord, this is Akbar." He did not say this is greater. So do we have a proof that Akbar is as you see, Abraham, he did not say Akbar when he spoke about the moon. He did not say Akbar when he spoke about the star. He said this is Akbar when he spoke about the sun. Maybe you should send them to me, Rand, if you don't need them. This is the chapter 6, verse number 78. You know, if a Muslim he says, "Oh, he just mean this is the greater," okay, well, the word there is Akbar. So why you Muslims? Why you Muslim? You say Allah is a greater if the sun is a greater. What does that mean? Greater, and by the way, the word the greater is a stupid word to use when you speak about God. I will explain to you. In order to compare between anything, you have to compare between two things from the same kind. Do we agree? It is silly to compare between a TV and an elephant. Correct? Taller, greater, so shorter, always have to be compared between two from the same kind, otherwise it's stupid. So I can compare between a human and a human. I can compare between an animal and an animal. But I cannot say to a man, "You are greater than a dog," unless I'm trying to make fun either of him. I mean, what the greater of a dog? Greater of a comparing him to a dog. That's not right. So greater, if it exists in this meaning, it should be about comparing between two. So who is the two Muhammad comparing to? So if the Muslim they say Allahu Akbar, mean Allah is a greater. Okay, is a greater from who? That is stupid. You cannot compare God to a human. Rizal, are you promoting the video? Let them say there is millions of videos attacking Jesus. Why you are so worried? Let them cry, unless you are trying to promote for it. Because this is what some Christians they do. They supposedly are Christians and they go around, they post videos of somebody attacking the Bible, and supposedly they are the good Christians and they want somebody to defend the Bible. If you are a good Christian, you will not promote a false video. And why you don't yourself respond to it? Like, are you a counterfeit of a Christian? You do it. Maybe you can do better than me. No, you do not need me. Don't promote videos of the Antichrist. This is what they do. They post a video. This guy he says this, CB. Okay, now many Christians they will click in it, and there's some of them they are naive. They will be misled by you. And maybe even it's a Muslim claiming to be Christian, saying, "I why you don't respond?" And maybe this is the same guy who made the video. He wants to get attention. You know what I mean? Nobody is watching his videos, and now people will search for it. Anyway, hey, come on. No, we destroy Allah. We don't destroy Abdul. I'm not worried about the Abdul. They can say whatever they want. Here we go. We are here. What we are doing now? What I'm doing? Do you see me wasting my time? They are kids. Let them cry. The man of them, he have the courage. Let him call me. Anything else, guys? Anyone have a question? Yeah, we don't want to destroy the Muslims. We are destroying the cult of Islam. Muslims are poor people. They are victims of this cult. Like those guys, those people today who explode themselves, they are a bunch of fool. They are worshiping their penis. Muhammad, they say brainwash. It's more than a brainwash. When you are a person who believe truly in Allah, you don't believe in Allah as much you believe in your penis. Those people, they want to die so they can go and start effing women. This is the truth. You don't worship God. You seek the benefit from that God. The benefit of that God, there is women, they are waiting for you. The second you explode, you will be in heaven in the other side, and women, they are going to jump on you. It's a sex ideology, pure sex belief. Everything about this cult is about sex. Sex is stomach, like from the stomach and down. If Muhammad is so bad, then how can he have a grandson like Hussein? Hussein is a criminal like his father, grandfather. Who said to you Hussein was a good person? Let me show you what Hussein, the sons of Ali, what they did. Hussein, you're right. They are criminals, all of them. They say to you, burning people is haram. Ali, he burned people alive. Do you see it? This is the father of Hassan al-Hussein. See it? And Muhammad, by the way, he was going to burn Muslims for not just coming for Friday prayer, but then he changed his mind. Hmm. So guys, I hope that we are spending our time with you and it's useful for you. I really I really love, or I love it when I see Christians, they are able to refute, not only to refute, to demolish the cult of Islam. So I hope that you guys, when you watch my videos, I have thousands of videos. Anytime there is a reference you do not know how to get, I will teach you how easy to get it. For sure, I'm saying because you learn it from me, but not by yourself. But like now, we have this hadith in front of us, and you don't know. Okay, you saw it in the video, and you don't know how to get it. It's very easy. Try as if you are doing copy paste. For sure, you cannot copy paste a video, right? Just type few words as it is exactly in the hadith, word by word, and put it in Google, and you will find the reference. Very easy. I mean, you guys, you are lucky. When I was a kid or teenage, I wish we have internet at that time. Like, in order to show you now what I am showing you, I have to have a big house full of books, and it's going to take me hours to even find the reference. You have to go and look which book. There's no way you can remember which page and which, it's impossible, right? No, always, don't tell me can you put a link for a reference. You can get it. I mean, why you are lazy? Do we have any Abdul? You know, some people, by the way, I'm not, I don't mean anyone here. Just I'm just joking. Uh, it's like somebody, he want to have a family, but and he want to have a children, but he don't want to have sex. There's many people like that. I mean, they are so lazy to the point that they want to do nothing. I mean, they want everything ready. There's a group of Arab, my people. They decide to commit suicide. Life is boring, but they are lazy. They are lazy. They don't like to live anymore. They want to die. So they hire, they don't want to climb the mountain and jump. It's too much. We cannot climb. Uh, I mean, we need an easy way to die. So somebody told them, why you don't go and drop yourself in the sea? So they asked a captain to take them in his ship. He took them to the middle of the sea. He said, okay, you want to jump, jump. He said, why you want to jump? Can't you make a hole in the ship? I mean, come on. Didn't they tell you we are lazy? You want us to jump? Make a hole in the ship, we will go down. Let us sleeping. So even they want to commit suicide, but they don't want to jump. I mean, it's too much work, right? Anyway, so any other question, guys? I'm enjoying my time with you, and uh, like the only thing make me like not happy really to be in the it's a Easter day is what happened in Sri Lanka. But you know, we as a Christian, we used to this, and it's a blessing for those who they die for just because they are Christians, they are with the Lord. I'm just sorry for their families. I mean, imagine, you send your child to the church to pray, and then they bring him back pieces. How disgusting. I don't know what to say. And uh, life sometimes is really weird. I mean, sometimes I ask myself, I mean, why, why a child, this child, he got killed today. I mean, I'm a guy. I face a lot of risk and nothing happened to me. But I believe that, as the Bible said, the sun rays above upon the bad and the good, and one day those criminals, they will pay a severe punishment in the front of the Lord. Thank you first and last. Happy Resurrection Day. By the way, I encourage you all to witness life the Easter according to the Orthodox calendar, because in that time an amazing miracle happen every year. A great light come from the empty tomb of Christ. I don't know how many of you knows about it, but this has happened every year. I'm searching for the videos, so just to show you. You can search for the live broadcast for this event because they do live, and it's an amazing miracle for those who don't believe unless they see. You can fly to Jerusalem yourself and witness with your own eyes. Yeah, it is just a miracle. Nobody can explain it. God Himself is a miracle. Um, no, you see, killing or terrorism in Islam is supposedly the way to make people live in fear, and then they accept Islam. Yes, Muhammad, he says, I've been victorious by terror. I was victorious by terror. Thank you, dude. Thank you, my friend. If you go in the hadith, you will find Muhammad saying the following. So the Muslims who believe truly in Islam is the one who follow the steps of Muhammad. Muhammad, he says, I've been victorious by terror, as you see. Even he says, I've been victorious by the terror, and even I frighten my enemy from a distance of 1 month journey, as you see in the front of you. Do you see it? So those who did the terrorist attack today, they are just following what Muhammad method of victory is. For them, the victory will be accomplished by terrifying the enemy, and then they will surrender to Allah. They die or convert. But that will never happen. I am not scared, and I will never be scared, and I will make books about the filthy Allah until the last day of my life. It doesn't matter if my last day is going to be now, tomorrow, next hour, I don't know. I have no fear of death. And this is my advice for people, by the way. Those who have a fear, they never enjoy their life. And just to explain it to you in a very easy way. Imagine you are a person who fear germs. So what? You cannot shake hands with people because trust me, in their hands there's germs, and your hands there are germs too. You know what I mean? There's germs everywhere. In your pillow, there's germs. I mean, thank God we don't see what is around us. You know what I mean? If they take your sheet and they put it under microscope, you might be scared like crazy for what you will see living with you in the bed. There's creatures, we don't see them. So if you are a person who have, they call it a phobia, right? So if you're a person who is living in a fear, you will never enjoy anything. You will never enjoy your food. You will never enjoy breathing because there are germs in the air. You will never enjoy sleeping. You will never even touch your pillow because now you are under the influence of fear. And Muhammad, he understand that, and he used it very well for his benefit. And there's many people, because of the fear, they converted to Islam, not because they believe in Islam. That's why if you take Islam out from fear, disconnect them, Islam is gone. There's a sheikh, his name not Tantawi, I forgot his name. He's the head of the Muslim Brotherhood. He says if we take the apostate penalty of Islam, if Abu Bakr and Umar did not kill the apostate, Islam is gone from that time. The sword, he said clearly, I'm just quoting him, because of the sword, Islam survived. So they understand the strategy very well. Fear and terror, we cannot fight them face to face. We are weak. So what we do use terror. Terror is very effective, easy cost, do not need an army. But is that going to change anything? No, that will make us better Christians and will make me. And actually, you notice today I did two broadcasts, right? Actually, I felt I need to do two broadcasts because of what happened in Sri Lanka. So such a thing encouraged me and make me feel guilty. I need to do more, not the opposite. Yeah, Al Qaradawi, yes, Al Qaradawi. Do we have any Abdul? نهج البلاغة. Yeah, there's no بلاغة في نهج البلاغة. نهج البلاغة. Any Abdul here? Hajj is Abdul. How are you, Hajj? Do you want to say something to us, Mr. Hajj? Anyone? If you know any Muslim he claimed to be a scholar, uh, we can give him my pal talk anytime, and we can just have him speaking to me. You know what I mean? Me myself, I do not need to prepare. Muslims, they need to prepare. You should debate Nader again. Who is this guy now? You see, Rizal, if you don't behave, I'm going to block you. You look like you are the one that you are Nader, are you? Because you say silly stuff. I know. The only one mentioned the name is him. Are you him? Are you? You know, once there is a guy, I forgot his name. He was debating Sam Shamoun. You know Sam Shamoun, right? Uh, now, but like, you know, there's like a form. It's like a blog. You know, people, they can post their article or something. So this guy was debating Sam Shamoun, but in fact, Sam Shamoun was not there. It was the same Muslim. He logged in as Sam Shamoun. You can make two accounts. One you call it Sam Shamoun, and the other one you call yourself Zattari, Fattari, whatever his name. So he logged in as Sam Shamoun, and he posts something, and then he log again, supposed he refuting Sam Shamoun. But the stupid, he forgot that his IP is showing. You see, maybe people who they are reading the blog, they will not notice that. But the one who controlled the blog, they can see it. It's the same IP. It's the same person. And for sure, Sam Shamoun was losing. No, 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 not account hijacked. No, you make two accounts. You can go right now and make an account in Facebook. Call yourself Christian Prince. Who's going to stop you? What hijacked? No, no. This Sam Shamoun never go there. You don't even know that website. He make two accounts. You can make 100 account, right? Like the Muslims, they have a challenge for me from 10 years ago with telling the Christian Prince, but they never come to me. And challenge, they post an article. A challenge to the coward Christian Prince, ZB, and they never come to me. I'm here every day. I have my Skype open. I have my nobody call me. Right? A very typical behavior of the deception of Allah. SFM Imran. CP and his followers, let me warn you that hell vast. Okay, SFM. Guys, look what SFM. I like your name, by the way. SFM. Look like your name is like Muhammad, because Muslim, they say SWFM. Okay, SFM. So why we will go to hell if your Quran says that the Christians will go to heaven? Are you accusing your prophet of being a liar? SFM. You must be trying to insult the prophet, peace upon him. Isn't your prophet, okay, Allah, in the Quran, said that Christians they have no fear and surely they are going to go to heaven? Are you there, SFM? So what we will do now? Did he took the camel and left? Muhammadan, is that your book? Verily, those who believe and those who are Jews and the Christians and by the way, why the Sabian they will go to heaven? The Sabian worship stars. But let me tell you, Muhammad at that time he's desperate to make people believe in him as a prophet. So like now, I want to say I'm prophet. Okay, you are Hindu. I believe Hindus will go to heaven. You are a Buddha. I believe Buddhists they will go to heaven. You are a Sabian. I believe Sabian will go to heaven. Just believe in me. So Muhammad at this point he make everybody will go to heaven. Just believe in me, and nobody believe in him. But now we have this. What Muhammad can do with it? Any Muslim can answer why the Sabians they will go to heaven? The Sabian don't believe in Allah. Oh, I forgot they believe in Allah. Sorry, they worship stars. Any Abdul? How the Sabian they will go to heaven? And why the Jews and the Christian they will go to heaven? And who is left is not going to heaven then? Unbelievable. What happened to this guy? Is FM? Did he take a change? Did he change the what they call it? The channel from FM to shortwave? Hmm. And yeah, actually, nobody will go to everybody will go to heaven except Muslim. This is what the Quran said. The Quran said, وَمَا مِنْكُمُ إِلَّا وَارِدُهَا. Not a single one of you, but he will enter into hell. إِلَّا وَارِدُهَا. Do we have any Abdul want to say something? Look at the first translation. It says, there is not a one of you, but shall approach it. But doesn't say that. It says, not it's one of you, but shall enter it. Which word we use in Arabic for God? Rabb. This is not Arabic, by the way. Arabic as a language does not exist. There's nothing is called Arabic. Those are Aramaic word. Rabb, Rabbi, Ilahi. All right, but not Allah. In the first translation for the Bible, they put the word Allah. That's a false translation. Just to they are hypocrites. They are being the same as the Muslims. When you speak about God, if you want to speak as a name, first of all, even the Bible didn't give him a name, but you can use only the words which exist in the Hebrew. Either you call him Yahweh, or you call him Jehovah, or you call him Elohim. There's no need to translate. Those words should not even be translated. The second you are saying the word Allah, you are being deceived by the false translator. And by the way, Arabic is not a language by itself. Arabic is from the Aramaic. Everything you see in front of you, and actually there's a great I don't want to say only influence of the Aramaic in the Quran, but uh, I believe strongly that Quran was not an Arabic book. It is just an Aramaic book. This is why Muslims, there's many things in the Quran they cannot all the names in the Quran Muslims do not know what it means. Give me one name in the Quran and let us ask the Muslim what the name mean. They don't know. Why? Because it's a theft. The whole religion is a theft. Ask a Muslim what Ishmael mean. They don't know. Okay, Mary, her name is Mary. What Mary mean? They don't know. Maryam. Okay, what Isa mean? They do not know. Uh, okay, what Israel mean? They do not know. Musa, they don't know. Abraham, they don't know. So what they know? Nothing. Have you ever heard of a prophet he know nothing? Right? Why it's in Arabic? Because they live between the Muslims and they are being hypocrite. So they use the word Allah, thinking maybe that will stop the Muslims from killing them. But that is a false translation. Do we have any Abdul? Soldier of justice. Yeah, right. No, the Quran is not a copy of the Bible as much as a copy of everybody. You will find that Alexander the Great is a prophet of Allah in the Quran. Alexander the Great was a bisexual. The story of the seven sleepers in the Quran. The story of seven sleepers is a fiction story written by a Christian bishop from Syria. Aramaic. Written actually in Aramaic. How this story end to be in the Quran? This is a fiction story. The story of Solomon speaking to the ants or listening to the ants. This is a story can be found in the book of the Legend of the Jews. The story of Prophet Al-Khadr, the green. This is a legend from the old Aramaic people. And even in Persia, they believe in it. If any of you know the stories of Gilgamesh, this is how far the roots of this stories goes. About a guy who go and he look for the fountain of youth. You know what I mean? Fountain of youth. This is the same you see in the Caribbean movie, right? The part of the Caribbean. Yeah, the same you find in Islam. They believe that there's a guy, his name is the Mr. Green. Why they call him Mr. Green? Because simply he drunk from the water of youth, and since then he never died. Mr. Green Al-Khadr, he was in the funeral of Noah, and then he was in the funeral of Abraham, and then he was in the funeral of Prophet Muhammad. Why? Because he drank from the fountain of youth. Right? Look what this guy is saying. الدين عند الله الإسلام يا عباد الصليب. أولا يا حمار نحن لا نعبد الصليب. ثانيا يا حمار كيف يكون الدين عند الله الإسلام والإسلام يقول أن النصارى والذين هادوا في الجنة. Mr. Shaker, he says, oh, you Christians who worship this, look, the cross, the religion for Allah is Islam. And here again we prove that Muhammad is a liar, because if the religion for Allah is Islam, so how he called the Christian people of the book? Who is the donkey here? If the only religion accepted for Allah is Islam, so how he says that the Christians and the Jews they will go to heaven, but they are not Islam then? He did not call them Muslims, he called them Christians, and he called them Jews. I think this is Faris, the kid. Get out of here. Are there many translation of the Quran? Translation, or you mean version of the Quran? Translation, yeah, there's many translations, but there's many Quran too. Even Muhammad himself, he said, Allah, he sent me the Quran in seven Quran. No, the Quran does not mention anything about Mary in such a way. Why the Quran does not remain in Aramaic? Okay, if you speak Arabic, you know when Abdul Malik ibn Marwan, he took over the caliphate, he forced all books to be in Arabic. And we don't have a Quran even dated to Abdul Malik ibn Marwan. We don't have it. Nobody have it. Where is the Quran? If the Quran was in Arabic from the beginning, where is the Arabic Quran? We cannot find it. This is not the Quran of Muhammad. This is not even the Quran of Uthman. This is the Quran according to recitation of Hafs. Well, who is Hafs? Hafs, according to Muslims, was a fraud and he is a liar, him and his father. Thank you, Jason. God bless. Hafs was a fraud. Hafs, even his hadith is rejected. If Hafs he report a hadith, the Muslim they reject it because he's a fraud. So how you reject his hadith, you accept his Quran? How stupid is that? It's like saying to me, Hafs he cannot witness for a chicken being stolen, but he can witness for the Quran. I mean, which one is more important, chicken or the Quran? So he is rejected to witness for a chicken, but he is accepted to witness for Allah. You know, Islam is the most silly, stupid religion or cult. But the problem is that when people they study anything, um, I don't know how to explain to you. Like you see, uh, if you have a program, it's called Microsoft Word, or let us say we go on Google. What Google is about? You enter a word, and then you click search, and then whatever this word is written is going to come out in the search engine. It's endless, right? So either we can be just a computer who collect information, but we do not know how to use it and we do not know how to make the connection, or we can be a smart computer where we can collect the dots and gather them together to make an image. So always when I study, the more information I have, the more I can make an image of the information, not just information in the shelf. So when you read anything in front of you, always you have to work to connect this information with information already you know. Otherwise, there is no benefit of learning. Right? You have always, you know, like Islam is like a rip-off book, like a book ripped off, because you see the verses in the Quran, they don't match anything. I mean, if you read anything, you will see there's no connection. The verse before it had nothing to do with the verse after it. So how we will understand this book? Because this is never was a book. I will give you an example. The guy who said a second ago in Arabic, the religion for Allah is only Islam. Did he say that? Okay. Chapter 3, verse number 19, it says, the religion for Allah is Islam. But look what this verse saying. Chapter 5, verse number 3. You can, it's haram for you to eat this food, the pig food. Okay, you cannot eat pig, and you cannot eat this, brother, and you cannot eat this. And look what he says then. After all of this garbage, then he says, this day have I perfected your religion for you, completed my favor upon you, and chosen for you Islam as religion. I mean, this translation is really, who is the donkey translating this one? Must be Biktal. I think Biktal, he was translating when he was sitting in the toilet seat. This guy is really certified donkey. Let us read again. This day have I perfected your religion for you, complete my favor upon you, and have it chosen for you Islam as your religion. Like, hold on. Today Allah perfected Islam for you. So what all those chapters after for? If Islam became perfect, we have 114 chapters. This is chapter number 5, and in the beginning of chapter number 5. So how this verse can be accurate unless this was not a book? This verse, to be accurate, it should be at the end of the Quran. You know what I mean? So there's no proof that the Quran was a book. Never was a book. Even the Quran called the Christians people of the book, but he never called the Muslims people of the book, which means in the time of Muhammad, none of them have a book. Any Muslim have an answer? So when Allah he says you can eat a chicken, you cannot eat pork, Islam became complete now? That's it? That's the Quran? Have you ever heard of something stupid like this? Brother, you cannot eat pork, you can eat sardine, brother, and today I completed my favor upon you and chose Islam for you as a religion. What is that? That is the most stupid statement ever I heard. Guys, when Jesus said it's complete, when he said that, when he said that, he spoke in the cross, right? In the cross. Muhammad saying here it's complete, but this is in the beginning of Islam. So it's very clear that Quran never was a book. This is just somebody collecting things we do not know where they're coming from. There's no way, it doesn't matter how stupid Muhammad is, he will say such a statement here. This is a verse must be at the end of the Quran. But anyone remember what the last thing Muhammad he did in the before he died? Who remember? What is the last thing Muhammad did before he died? He pee. Anyone have the reference? Who have the reference? Let's see how many of you is doing his homework. I mean, have you ever heard of a prophet of God? The last word he says, give me the dish so I can pee in it, and he pee and he die. I want to pee. This is why I was wondering why Shakespeare he said to pee, or is it to be or not to be, or to pee or not to pee? That is the question. Anyone have the reference? Nobody have the reference. You guys are not. Uh, Nobody's saving the reference. Me, not even one. 700 people, not even one. The reference for Muhammad did pee before he died. I mean, how such a reference is not there? Uh, hmm. Like nobody have it. So what if I put you here in the front of in my place, and then I say to you, okay, you debate a Muslim. How you want to grab a reference? It's going to take you 10 years. I don't know. It's going to take you 10 years. Bukhari, hadith number 73, number 224. Hmm. Okay. All right. Any Abdul? All right, guys. Anything else before we go? If there's anything, I'm just trying to read the comment. Too many comments. It's hard to follow. Gonna have a Skype. Your own Abdul. I am afraid. I don't know what you mean. Um, how I can call you? Alan, why you wanna call me? We want Muslims to call us. If you are a Christians, there's no need, my friend. Christians corrupting the Bible. That's a good question, actually. But you know, the Muslims, when they say that, the Muslims who say that, they are ignorant. You see, 99% of the Muslims, they are illiterate about Islam, not only about Christianity. Because even the Quran says that the Quran confirm what we possess. Hmm? Do you see it? Guys, do you see it? This is chapter 2, verse number 89. What it says? Yeah. Muslims are ignorant. You see, this is why their scholars, they will not even get close to me, because I can make them hummus before even they open their mouth. How you want to say to me that the Bible is corrupt, and then your Quran saying that affirming what we have with us? And there's many verses like this. But you know, all the Muslims are copy paste of each other. It's like somebody is infected with something, and he cannot repeat his own words. He cannot come with his own questions. If you go and watch the debate between Mimi and David Wood, you will see that Mimi is just copying a debate of Didat, and he said exactly the same. That's why it became so stupid. So how the Quran confirm the book with us? We have it, and then the Muslim they say it's corrupt. Secondly, if a Muslim says to you that the book, your book is corrupt, tell him the book of Allah is corrupt. You mean the book of Allah which he gave to Isa is corrupt? The second you say that to him, he will bite his tail and he will run. Remember, the Muslims believe that the Injil and the Torah was sent by Allah. Okay, so what's my problem? A Muslim saying to me that the book of Allah is corrupt, what's my problem? Are you getting my point? Why you want to defend? Tell him, yeah, I agree. Your God, Allah, is an idiot. He cannot protect his book. And right away, he will bite his tail and he will say, oh, no, 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 I'm not saying that. I'm saying your book. He said, what my book? The Quran says this is the book of Allah. And what you are saying to me, that the book of Allah is corrupt. So what's my problem? Do you understand, guys, what I'm saying? Usually, always the Christians, when somebody, a Muslim, said to that to them, they start defending. No, we have manuscript. Don't do that. Don't waste your time. He's not even listening. You know, hit him in the head of Allah. Allah is the one who sent the Torah. Allah is the one who sent the Injil according to your book. And now you are saying to me that the book of Allah, the Injil, and the Torah are corrupt. So what's my problem? Why you don't go ask your God Allah why he don't protect his books? Who should protect the book? The one who sent the book, not me. I am a human. I die. We are not eternal. God, who is eternal, he will protect his book. Nobody else can do that. So are you saying to me that Allah was lazy and he was stupid and he was asleep and we corrupted his book? If this is true, then Allah is not God. Secondly, ask him, was the book of Allah corrupted by Allah will or against his will? What do you think, guys? Which one the Muslim will choose? If we ask him, the book of Allah, the Injil, and the book of Allah, the Torah, was it corrupted by Allah will or against his will? What you will say? If he say against his will, that's mean Allah cannot force his will. If he say by his will, that's mean he is the devil. Either way, that's mean he is not God. Do we understand? If I have a book and you ask me, okay, Christian Prince, was this book corrupted by your will or against your will? If I say against my will and I claim to be God, that's mean my will is not what the Muslim they say. Allah, if he wants something be, he say be is going to be. Well, is the will of Allah to corrupt his book? If yes, that's mean he is his shaitan. He is not God. If it's against his will, that's mean he cannot be God too, because the will of God nobody can challenge it. Well, I hope people here are listening and learning how to I don't call you know, you see, when you talk to Muslims, you are not debating Muslims. It's like you are talking to somebody he's a child. He's not mature. Islam as a cult is not a mature religion. It's an immature cult. Everything inside it is stupid. It's a chain of contradictions, chain of fictions, chain of stupid stories collected by who we do not know, putting in a book how we do not know, and the verses are scattered everywhere and we don't know what is Muhammad talking about. As an example, If I ask a Christian where we can find how God created the earth and the heaven, all of you will say in the book of Genesis. Okay, if we ask a Muslim where we can find how Allah created the earth and the heaven, we cannot give you a chapter. It's all over. It's all over. Why? Because this was never a book. It's a collections. You know what I mean? Anyway, all of us, we learn every day, and the important is to use what we learn for what is useful. And you know, trust me, education will change you. You see, you as a person, uh, if you go and you sit with a group of people now, you just because you sit here and you learned a lot about Islam, and they open the topic about Islam, people not aware, they will notice that you know a lot, and you will look unique, even though maybe you do not know much, but you will be unique between those who do not know anything. A Muslim, he used that always for his advantage. Muslims always, they got a lot of education to attack Christianity. So when they go and sit with the Western, many of the Western, they are not even Christians, they don't know anything about Christianity. Some of them, their name is James, but he have nothing to do with James. So the Muslim is well trained to attack Christianity. All his life in the mosque, they teach him how to attack Christianity. The Western person, he do not know even what Islam is about. So the Muslim will look like he knew a lot about you, but in the same time you know nothing about him. And then the game start about how I can fool this fool, because you will be a fool if you claim to be a Christian but yet you do not know. That is foolish. The dawn, you are not here to attack Christianity. No problem, my friend. Attack Christianity. Who care? Nobody can attack Christianity. Try. Everyone who does, he fail miserably. Uh, I have systematically, I have a Muslim friend. My friend, if you know, I have my books. They are, it's like a library of reference. Get my books. They are very handy. Same time, I have a lot of videos for free. I mean, like now, we are sitting for how many hours? We are doing nothing but teaching. So, in order to speak to Muslims, you have to know what Islam is about. You have to arm yourself so you will not be infected by the disease of the cult of Islam. It's like, you know, you want to work as a nurse or a doctor, but the first thing you working in this field should be prepared that you might get infected by the disease you are trying to cure. So what we do to fight the flu, we have something that's called the flu shot. The flu shot, the purpose of it is not to get sick, but in fact you are getting sick by taking the flu shot. So taking knowledge about Islam, which is sick, for me it's sick, but not because we are seeking sickness, but we are seeking protection, so nobody can fool us. All right. What? I thank you for all your work. Hope you can finish the Quran. Also, you mentioned you cannot find a woman to marry. Find one like what? Like beers? Since you said you are bears. That's funny. Yeah, I'm looking for a bear one. Okay. I'm going to go to the wood. No, actually, you know, it's not about I cannot find, but you know, imagine if you are married now and you have a family. How I can sit with you like now? It's 10, 12, middle of the night. My voice will be loud. People will be sleeping. and there's no women in the world she can handle this. It's too much stress. I receive death threat. People want to kill me. People want to find me. People, I mean, and you have a family, then that will be too much stress on them. So being a single, it's a lot more. I mean, it fit what I do, what I can do. I mean, somebody have to clean the garbage. You may get married, you get married, and have kids, have good fun, have a good time, right? What I do is not easy. Uh, any reference how to find how Aisha she was pointing Muhammad? You will not find such a reference in any of the Sunni books, but you will find them mostly in the Shia. However, you can search. There is a sheikh, his name Yasser al-Habib. He is a Shia, and I believe he was from Kuwait, I think. He have videos in English about how Aisha killed the Prophet. All right, you can search for it. Okay. All right, RT. I'm good that you like it. Don't forget to make if you read my books, don't forget please to make a review, and for sure you make an honest review, not just anything. And again, for those who, by the way, who do not know, we have my book now is in Spanish, is already published in Amazon, and we have in French, The Secret du Prophet Arabe, and we have in Dutch, we have in German, and actually there's a book which is Quran and Science, which is really, I mean, this book, I'm not sure why people are not reading it much. I mean, compared to the others, this book is really, really, really a treasure of information. You see, the deception of Allah was introduction for this book, not the opposite. People they are reading the deception of Allah, and they are like reading the deception like maybe 4 times more than the Quran and Science. When the Quran and Science is a treasure of, it's a library of information. But for some reason, I don't know, people they like maybe the name deception of Allah. I don't know. Uh, and soon I hope we will have our the book Sex and Allah in German too. Both of them, version variant number 1 and variant number 2. Um, I'm trying to read. I will expose Christianity by only one question. Are you ready, Christian? CP, are you ready as well? Him, you know, you already you expose Christianity. I mean, you do not need to do it. I mean, this is embarrassing. Him is here for 3 hours, and now he want to expose Christianity. Unbelievable. You see why sometime I say it's good that some women they don't get married, because imagine you marry a guy like this. This guy now what he did is like marrying you for 40 years, and then when you cannot have babies no more, he says today we will have sex to have baby. What are you waiting for, Abdul? Until I leave? So you are here for the last 3 hours posting and being stupid, and now you want to destroy Christianity by one question, and the question is not coming yet. Are you searching for it in Google? Is Google helping, brother? Stupidity is amazing. There's two kind of people I don't like to associate with: stupid and selfish. A stupid person will make me feel I wanna jump from the top of the mountain. A selfish person, he is devilish, satanic, because he only love himself, worship himself. I prefer to stay away from both. If you sit with a stupid one, he will not make you smart, he will make you stupid. What you will learn from a stupid one? You will learn how to be stupid. Like, let us smoke hashish. Let us smoke marijuana. You know, it's stupid. This is what he have. This is his level of life. Nothing. Empty. What empty can give? Nothing. Then the selfish. The selfish is a person who love no one except himself. He's willing to sacrifice everybody just to make himself happy. Very evil. I can destroy Christianity by one word, farjaha. What is that? All right. I think we have enough for today. I will try to come again here tomorrow, guys. Uh, and I hope we will have some Muslims who will have the courage to call us. And again, our prayer for those who, the families who lost their beloved one in Sri Lanka. And we as a Christians, we are family, and we always support each other, and we love the one who always, the weak. Always you have to love the weak, even if it's a Muslim. Always, my friend, defend the weak. Don't be a coward person. Coward always take advantage of the weak. Never do that. When Muhammad, he says you can beat your wife because he is taking advantage of the weak physically. And this is a very clear sign of a coward man who have a coward mentality. A real man will not beat a woman. You want to fight? Go and fight a man like you. You want to use your fist? Go and use it with the one who have a fist like yours. Fighting a woman or a child is a very cowardly behave. And that is the teaching of Muhammad in the Quran, chapter 4, verse number 34. He always liked to teach how to take advantage of the weak. And we are not cowards. A real man, he fight a real man. Not a kid, not a woman. A soldier, he fight a soldier, not a civilian who have nothing in his hand. Cowardly religion. I want to say thank you for being here, and I want to say thank you for all those who support us. And I hope that what we share here with you will be shared with others, so many they will learn. And I advise you, Christians, not to waste too much time. Yes, you listen to me, you stay in my program for a while, but please every day try to read some words of wisdom. You see, we are speaking about the dirt and the garbage of Islam, but we need something clean in our life, and we cannot replace the word of Jesus with this garbage. So please always try to read at least, every day. Say to yourself, I want to read every day one page in the Bible, just a page. But when you read the Bible, try to live the story, because this is a spiritual book. It's not just words. Be there with the Spirit, and then the Holy Spirit will be with you. I did read the Bible many times, and each time I read a verse, especially when I'm not like in a chat like now, when I'm sitting alone and quiet and trying to see something, always I find something new, very beautiful. Never read the verse and read it again, and I did not see something new, even though it is the same verse, maybe. Because the beauty about the Bible is it's a book which live with you, which means you today you have different situation, and the Bible today will give you an advice for your situation. Yesterday you have a different situation. You are a living being. You are emotional. You get tired. Maybe you've been betrayed by somebody. Maybe you've been hurt. Maybe you have illness. Maybe you have something wrong happening around you. The Bible always can be the best help, the best medicine. It's a medicine in your shelf, but you don't want to grab it. So, my friend, I advise you always to get the real food for your life, to your brain, to your heart, and then the Lord, He will comfort you. And He promised us, I will go and I will send you the comforter. And every two of you mention my name, I will be between them, which means He is right now listening to us. So don't waste that opportunity, and don't just focus in the garbage of Islam. A Christian who do not know his book, he know nothing. A Christian who do not know Christ, maybe he won the world, but he lost everything. Don't be that. I want to say thank you for being here, and may the Lord bless you all until we see you soon again. Christ is Lord, Islam is evil, and see you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.